Motivational humorist and author Kay Francis has shared her message to lighten up, stress less, and take care of ourselves in 49 states and Canada for more than 30 years. She holds a master's degree in business administration, a degree in health and education, and a 4th degree black belt in karate. Kay is the author of The Funny Thing About Stress, a seriously humorous guide to a happier life. When it comes to humor, Kay is the real deal, having performed as a professional stand-up comedian for many years and appearing on a number of national television and radio programs, including Lifetime Cable's Girls' Night Out and NBC's America's Funniest People. When it comes to managing stress, Kay learned the hard way by engaging in every unhealthy habit known to man. It was a long, winding, hilarious road back to sanity and good health, and Kay will generously share with us what she learned along the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome America's funniest stress buster and the Dentrix Business of Dentistry 2019 keynote speaker, Kay Francis.
Hello. Thank you so much. So who was at the bash last night? Woohoo! Oh, wait a minute, I got something in my hair. Happy and successful people share certain characteristics. They manage the stress of change by letting go of things they can't control. They take care of themselves. They realize that self-care is not selfish because you cannot pour from an empty vessel. And they choose positive emotions. Now, we all have ups and downs in our lives, but the key is to get back to positive emotions as quickly as possible, such as keeping our sense of humor, having a spirit of optimism, and making serenity our default position as opposed to being in the stress response. The wonderful Helen Keller said, "Optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without hope and confidence." I mean, pessimists say, "What's the use? Why bother?" An optimist says, "What if?" It's a more expansive energy. All the great inventors of the world were optimists, and they were resilient. Look at Thomas Edison. You know, that man tried 6,000 different elements before he developed the light bulb. You imagine trying and failing something 6,000 times? You imagine his friends around try 4,000? Like, Tom, dude, give it up. Candles aren't that bad, really. Let's go get a beer. I know, gotta make a light bulb, 4001. Give me that cat hair, 4002. And when I talk about optimism, I don't mean that we should be like these eternal optimists. You know, these people that are always on, always happy, happy, happy. Aren't they just annoying to the rest of us? We're trying to have a nice pity party. They're like, well, look on the bright side, you could be dead. So could you. One can only hope. Negative emotions are part of the human experience. Anger, frustration, fear, we all feel them. But my point is we should allow negative emotions to be more like brief visitors and see what they're trying to teach us rather than just to move in as full-time residents. And really worse than the overly perky people are the pessimists. Now I call them joy busters. You know, the kind of people that can just suck the energy out of the room the minute they walk in? You just thought of somebody, didn't you? These are the kind of people, no matter how good your news is, they will find a way to rain on your parade, won't they? You could go up to one of these people and say, "You're not going to believe this. I just won the $100 million lottery." And they just shake their head. You know you're going to have to pay taxes on that. You'll be lucky if you end up with 50 million. Somehow I'll make ends meet. So I know this won't come as a shock to you, but one of the biggest causes of stress is people. People, and they're everywhere, aren't they? They're on the highway, at our jobs, in our beds. They're everywhere. Well, one thing I've learned, I know you know this, we cannot necessarily control what other people say and do, can we? We can only control what? Ourselves and how we react to what they say and do. Because people can be rude, can't they? Oh, I don't have to tell you that. I don't even know if they mean to be, but they can say the most jaw-dropping things. They'll walk up to some young couple, "Hey, when y'all getting married anyway?" Or a newlywed couple, "When y'all having a baby?" Or somebody like me, heard about your rash. It's rude. Now I'll give you an example. I wear glasses. I look around the room and know some of you folks are like me and you wear glasses. Now if you see somebody wearing glasses, you can assume two things. Number one, we like to see like the rest of you. And number two, we've probably exhausted all of our other options. It's not really we like having glass and metal and plastic hanging off our faces. But do you glasses folks ever get this? Oh, you take off your glasses, rub your eyes a little bit, and invariably somebody will say, you know, you really look a lot better without those glasses. I just look at them and go, you know, so do you. And I don't actually say that. But I think what goes on up here, no one ever has to know, do they? We should have a nonstop party going on all the time up here. We have to laugh. We have to take life seriously enough to realize that humor is vital. And you know, having a sense of humor, it's a mindset and it's a choice. And you have to just keep your humor antenna up because humor's all around us. And aren't people hilarious when they're not trying to be? Do you know people that mix up common words and phrases? My sister does it all the time. We call them Cindyisms. It's when she gets all exasperated, she'll say, Kay, I am telling you that woman is just not the sharpest tool in the sky. What? What does that mean? One time we were playing Scrabble, she goes, man, I got nothing. I am up a pole without a paddle. What does that mean? People do it all the time. I do it. We all do it. We all misspeak. I ran into this lady that was telling me that her niece had graduated from college, and she was really proud of her, as she should be. She said, she's really smart, too. She graduated Magnum PI. You know, I didn't want to correct the lady, say, ma'am, everybody knows it's Magna Carta. One of the most important elements is to assess our level of control. This is one of the most important elements of managing our stress, asking ourselves in literally every situation, can I control this? Do I have some control? Do I have no control at all? Or can I control this? Here's a situation we all share, driving. How much control do we have when we're driving? Well, we can control our own car, but we really can't control all the other drivers. And I'll tell you what, I have learned to slow down. I used to be quite a lead foot. But I realize that at my age, I can't bat my eyelashes at the young cops and get out the tickets. I'm like, you really want to give me that ticket? And, ma'am, you got something in your eye? Are you going to be okay to drive? Is there somebody I can call? Maybe a son, grandson, great-grandson? Just give me that ticket, you whippersnapper. I didn't think you gave tickets to pretty girls. We don't, ma'am. Sign here. So I thought I would just end with a fun little piece. Would that be okay? All right, since you begged. We talked a lot about change. And if you want to really know how times have changed, just compare our songs. Now, this is an actual song by a woman named Vicky Carr from 1967. I tell myself, don't be a chump. Who cares? Let him stay away. And then the phone rings and I jump. And as I grab the phone, I pray, let it please be him. Oh, dear God, it must be him. It must be him or I shall die. Or I shall die. Hello, hello. Oh, dear God, it must be him. But it's not him. And then I die. That's when I die. How pathetic was she? I don't understand why he didn't call. Whole different attitude today. I'm going to do a snippet of a song by Carrie Underwood, so you may have to use your imagination. What? I look just like her. I dug my key into the side of his pretty little souped-up four-wheel drive, carved my name into his leather seats. I took a Louisville Slugger to both headlights, slashed a hole in all four tires. Maybe next time he'll think before he cheats. Oh, thank you. Thank you. He'll sure think before he dates another psycho. songs today are so happy. There's even a song called Happy. 'Cause I'm happy, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. 'Cause I'm happy, clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Happy, 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 happy. Now, see, I came of age in the 60s. So I'd be like 11 years old, listening to the transistor radio under my pillow before I drifted off to sleep. I'd hear songs like this. Tell me over and over and over again, my friends, that you don't believe we're on the eve of destruction. Sweet dreams, little girl.